these guys, obviously, this is a tough out. This team plays hard. They're physical. Got a lot of really good players. Offensively, quarterback's playing better. Has gotten better really every week. This last 2 weeks, playing pretty good ball, efficient. He's got weapons with Moore out there, and he's got 13 in the slot, and then the rookie, Komet, tight end. O-line is, they've been banged up, but they're back, and and they're doing a pretty good job. They're going to try to run it, get Swift on the perimeter. Swift's doing a good job. He's been a good asset for them. And then defensively, it's kind of the anchor of this team. I mean, always has been Steve Line, Sweat, those guys up front really bring it, man. The backers, Edwards, flies and hits. Edmonds, Johnson's playing outstanding out on the perimeter. They got Bird, who's playing really well. So just a ton of good players, run and hit defense, good special teams crew. And this is going to be a hell of a test. It's going to be a hell of a test.
You strike me as a kind of master motivator. How much of the message has been just turn this thing around on Thanksgiving, and how much is that important for you guys? For us to think 7 on Thanksgiving now, is that part of the message about this?
Well, I think the message is really recovery, rest, recovery, and the mental work. It's how fast can you recover, get your body right, get your mind focused on the job at hand, because you're not going to get the physical. Block out all the distractions. That's one thing. The distractions are on us, not on them. We got all our family here, friends, all that. You got to block it out. Tell them you love them, and you'll see them after the game. That's kind of the challenge with all this. So, look, this team's been. They've lost a couple of heartbreakers here the last 2 weeks, but they've been in a bunch of these tight races, and they just keep coming back for more. So they're hungry for a win, and we got our hands full.
Dana, for the recovery and rest portion of your comment, with 6 guys on the list today that didn't participate in the walkthrough or whatever, how many of those do you expect will be tough to get to Thursday to play?
So that's tough to say. I've got the list right here. It's that's tough. I think there's probably 3 of them that I think it may be hard to get them there, but it's really a day-to-day. It really is. We're going to know a lot more about some of these guys tomorrow than we do today, and then, it's going to come down to the wire with the number of them. That's the challenge with the short week. The good news is I think most of these are not some long-term thing, but the problem is 3 days to turn around and play. That's where it becomes a bit of an issue. So if we can't, we're prepared like we always are, next man up. You got to hold the line, do your job, and go compete. Well, right now, Decker, CD, Leaf, those would be. Saint's a little banged up. We'll see how he recovers.
Back to Tim's question. Even if it's not a big point of the messaging, how important is it for you to snap that streak? You guys have rewritten history in a lot of ways. It's just to sort of get on the track.
Yeah, look, nobody likes losing. I don't want to lose, so I don't want to lose a game. And I don't think any of us do, but it's more so it's about, a division opponent at home, the next one in front of us more so than don't want to, lose a Thanksgiving game. We don't want to lose, period. So I think that's really more what this is. This is a big game, division opponent, and these carry a lot of weight.
Dan, another week, another Aaron Glenn meme sitting with his legs crossed over, relaxed in the fourth quarter. Despite all the injuries, despite all the best shots you're getting from other teams, how does he continue to draw up such a great defensive game plan?
That's just him, man. He puts in the work, He puts in the work. He's creative. He does a good job of understanding what our players do well, putting them in position to have success, and where we feel like we can have the most, have the biggest advantage on our opponent. So that's that's where it all starts. That's the way it is. But you don't get that way without putting the work in. And I'm telling you, he grinds and grinds on it. So, I haven't seen that, but believe me, he's never that relaxed. Okay, he's doing a hell of a job.
With Mosley, clearly there's mental hurdles to get over, and on top of the physical hurdles.
With who? I'm sorry.
Mosley.
Oh yeah.
You just wanted to get him out there and open it up a little bit, look like on special teams. How far away is he from being ready to contribute on defense if you need him?
Oh, yeah, he's ready. I mean, I think that was this game yesterday was big. I had to think about that. That was yesterday. That was big, to be able to, for him, I mean, really hadn't played in 2 years, and to be able to go out there and know that, okay, I can trust this. I can trust my body. He went out there, competed, did a good job on teams for us. But, yeah, I think he's ready. I think he's ready, and we're not afraid to use him.
Last week, you said you were kind of, throwing out the stuff from the beginning of the year, paying more attention to the recent games. Is that kind of a similar case with Caleb Williams, given the change in the offensive coordinator? Can you really draw much from the early season stuff, or is it going to be a lot of the stuff from the last 2 games?
Well, a lot of the focus is these 2 games, but we look at all of it. We look at every one of the games that they've played, because there's things that they've had success on they're still using. They haven't just thrown everything out the window. There's still things that they hang their hat on. But I think more of it is about the procedure of it over the last 2 games. Just some of the things they're doing, a little bit more shifts, motion, pre-snap, perfect play, and so it's that. Now, this will be their first road game, with him calling it and doing things just a tick different. So that'll be interesting. But they're doing well, and Thomas is doing, he's calling a couple of good games, man, and they're putting up yards, they're converting on 3rd down, and they're having success.
What is the last 3 days, Jeff, just in general, like this week, look like for you, and bigger picture, I guess, like, you ever allow yourself to get sick? I mean, you can't really, there's not much that you can.
No, you don't get to get sick. You don't get sick. That doesn't exist. You roll. So, I think at one point 3 years ago or whatever that was, I think I had COVID, but I don't remember. So, you just go. But no, we're good. And that's the coaches are in that boat too. We just roll. So all good. What's that?
Did you wait for Wednesday to sleep
this week? This week always reminds me, listen, it's nowhere even close to the same. It reminds me of Hell Week with the SEALs. When you hear them talk about that, and it's like whatever, they get an hour or whatever, and then the bell rings and you're gone. You're on to the next thing. So it's like these just every once in a while, these power naps, right? You just hit it and then you're up, and then maybe so that's kind of where we're at, man. Just enough to refresh the brain and hit it again.
I know yesterday's game probably feels like a year ago to you now already. What showed up on the tape? I mean, you had guys who were hurt, guys maybe doing different type roles. What did you see in the film from yesterday?
Just you're talking about the guys who have filled in.
The linebackers, how those are shuffled.
Yeah. Yeah, well, those guys did a good job. First of all, we used Long more than we thought we might. And we just, man, as that game went on, getting David in there felt like, man, this is he had a grasp of the calls going into the game, and we felt like it was kind of more his type of game, And so we started out and we used Neiman. He was solid. He's got a role, helps us on teams, and then we threw David in there, and man, he showed up. He made some plays in space for us, and so that was good. And then look, Jack and Rodrigo, man, those guys played their rears off. I mean, they really did. They were all over the field. And those 2 guys, man, you talk about, keeping things together. There's a number of people involved, but those 2 guys are, a couple of staples for us. I mean, they played outstanding, and that's not going to go away. Those guys are good football players for us.
Excuse me, St. Brown and Gibbs did a crossover kind of mimic of Allen Iverson and then stepping over Ty Lue, kind of a reference into a finals game 20 years ago. And it seems to me the celebrations have been pretty clever and fun lately. I'm curious. Is St. Brown maybe on his head? The rolling of the dice with Williams and Montgomery, which was. I'm just curious. What is this something y'all ever talk about? Did you ever do it yourself when you scored a touchdown?
No. I mean, Spike was about as far as I got.
It's just gotten really fun, and the league lets it happen, which I think is fun for the fans.
Well, it depends on what that is, whether the league lets it happen, right? They'll use whatever they need to, the content, but keep going.
No, just what do you think of these celebrations and how clever they're getting?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, I don't really get caught up in it. I tell our guys, hey, as long as you don't cost us 15 and I'm good with whatever they do. So they have fun with it. They are creative. They like to push the boundaries of whatever those are, and they are. So I know our guys have fun with it, and I think that's important. They enjoy it, and so it's all good. But I haven't seen everything. I hadn't had a chance to see everything unless my wife sends it to me, and then I get it. But I'm glad they have a good time with it.
Thanks, Dan.
Hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets, cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.
All right, what up, everybody? Welcome to Spike Kool-Aid. I'm intentionally late today for Monday, the 25th of November. I'm late. I saw Dan Campbell was getting on at 5 o'clock. I think they're doing that for two reasons. One, the short week, and two, the brother is tired. You can see he looks absolutely blasted. Shout out to Coach, man. It's kind of crazy. It's like the football off season is over in the blink of an eye, but when it's here, it is a grind, man, for real. The Detroit Lions are about to face the Chicago Bears for the first time this season in a game coming off of essentially 4 days, 3.5 days of rest. They will have played 4 games in 20-something days. No, 4 games in 18 days, which is unheard of. It's crazy. So they really did a number on the Detroit Lions. One thing I love about Coach is he doesn't complain. Another thing he does not do, he will never underestimate underestimate an opponent. He starts off every press conference the same way. But before we get started, shout out to Detroit Lions, Jason. We got Braylon, my man. Antonio, what's going on? What's up? We got Jason. What's up? 85. Patty, Kiera, Darrell. How you doing, man? Lone Spoon. What's up, HH? All the Aaron Glenn haters can finally shut up. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that as well. What's up, Lions Live? Why? What's up, man? Pleasure meeting you yesterday. We still have 3 more after this one. So I say, eat it, bruh. I trust it will go all the way. What's up, D-Mac? What's going on? What up, Lane? What's up? All right, 1021 in the building. Aaron, what's going on? Jiz, what's up? So maybe one day we'll buckle down on the time. I keep saying that. Okay, couple housekeeping things, man. Yo, look what came. Good morning. Oh, yeah, man. These are the new mini helmets. I couldn't get my hands on the alternate boys, so got my hands on these. These are going to be, I bought 12 of them. Yeah, that's right. I bought 12 of them. These are going, I got some set aside for my members. And then, yeah, if you reached a certain milestone, but these are nice. Got the visor, blue helmet. These are fire. So I got those going to some of my members. If you've been a director member for 6 months or more, you start getting milestone badges. These are going to those. Come on, man. What is that? Hold on, y'all. I don't understand this, bro. Leave me. I didn't even hear my phone. Oh, I was upstairs. All right. Okay. All right, y'all. Sorry about that. So yeah, that's first order of business. And what else, man? If you guys heard, Jamison Williams is not going to be facing any charges. I made a video on Lion Syndicate. Go check that out after this. Very detailed video of why he's not going to be charged. And yeah, it's. I really don't want to talk about it anymore. You know what I'm saying? But I'm glad that he's not going to be charged. But last thing I'll say is he got to put himself in better situations. This world is very unforgiving, and the NFL world is even less forgiving, right? So if he wants to be the greatest wide receiver of all time, he got to stay out of situations, right? We've seen Tyreek Hill and you get second and third chances, you really do. I'm not saying he did anything wrong, but eventually people's kind of perception of you will change, right? And you can't do anything about that. You can only do what you do, whether it's good or bad, and they're going to have their perception. So he's got to make sure he has a career, and to do that, he's got to make smarter decisions. That's all I'm saying. All right, but it is some other stuff that I want to talk about regarding Jamison Williams. But before we do that, I got to show y'all something. Let me bring up, and I'm gonna make a video on my other channel. And I gotta talk about this. We got Tom on the Run. What's going on, man? It says our DBs are legit good. Yeah, we saw that yesterday. Are there any affiliate links for the Lion behind you? Lane, there are. It's just it's not on this channel. It's on Lion Syndicate. But I'll tell you where you can go. You can go to whitebeardsigns.com, I believe it is, and you can type in Detroit Lions. You will find, I believe you will find this sign and many others. Now, this one right here, this one is, you're going to need a payment plan for this one. But he does have Klarna if you want to break it up into payments. You can also use promo code LS30 to get $30 off your purchase of any size. But if you're going to do it, I would do it relatively quickly, because he said that there's like a holiday kind of surge. So the longer you wait, I'm not trying to like get in, but the longer you wait, the longer it could take. So you might not be able to get it till the season's over. He did do an excellent job, for real. All right, so let's get the first order of business, man. First order of business is, we're gonna talk about Vildor. We're gonna talk about Vildor. Let me see. Where is it at? Hold on. Sure. Okay, there you go. This is it right here. Okay, so first thing I want to talk about is So I went to the Indianapolis Colts game in Week 12 in Lucas Oil Stadium, and Lucas Oil Stadium is a very, very nice stadium. It really is. It's hard to explain, but it's open. It's open. There was a few things I didn't like about the stadium. One was, and it wasn't necessarily the stadium. It was like a presentation. I think their presentation is trash. I do. Like Ford Field got one of the best presentations to me in the league. I hate to say this, a lot of y'all gonna hate me, but I think the Vikings, their presentation is probably top 3 of stadiums I've been to. I think the Detroit Lions are also top 3, but it's something about the skull chant and all that stuff. I know, don't hate me, but presentation is a big deal. So outside of, the stadium, like I went and here's the point of this segment is Lions fans, crazy. I took so many videos yesterday of the Jared Goff chant, 4th down and 1 for the offense. And the offense was the home team. And Lions fans were making a ton of noise. Now, you might say, well, Derek, that's because it was half empty. That's wrong. TJ Lang said today, because he was there, that he thinks it was 50-50. I disagree. I think it was 65-35 Lions fans. This was the highest price ticket on the Indianapolis Colts remaining schedule. It was 3 to 4 times more than the regular ticket price would be. And all I saw, it was very tough to differentiate because you got Honolulu blue and you got dark blue, but it's still blue, right? But you could see shades. But what you really could tell is the noise coming from the crowd. Now, I sure you guys heard it on TV, and I'm going to tell you right now, it was escalated. It was more than that in the stadium. TV, you've got noise gates, you've got sound barriers, you got all these different EQs that's put in to help balance out the crowd noise versus the announcers and all that other stuff. You notice how on TV you can rarely hear the announcers, but at the stadiums you can hear it. So that tells you a little bit about sound mixing, right? It was loud at Lucas Oil. I was on the road and I had 2 flags that I bought last season. They're torn up now. Falling off the flag posts, but I put them in a car and I travel with them. And I would say every 1 out of 10 cars that passed me was a Lions fan. It was crazy, man. Had a great time. But the way we took over the stadium was ridiculous. The Indianapolis Colts should be ashamed. Remember when we played the Packers a couple years ago, and the Packers, I think it was last year, and the Packers, they have a general manager. They don't have an owner. Their general manager put out that we have to stop, we can't sell our tickets because Lions fans took over the stadium. That's what happened yesterday. It was a disgrace. We're talking about Pittsburgh Steelers territory, Green Bay Packers territory, like the Cheeseheads and the steel curtain and terrible towels. It was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. You would have thought it was Ford Field. That's how loud it was. It was absolutely insane. D-Max says, while you were there, I was strung out on Condiment Sunday. Eagles fans, yeah, we're going to talk about that too. I give a lot of respect with higher pricing per seat. Yeah, it was bad. That's what they're going to have to do though. And they're not going to keep all of us away. Some of us might have to pause and consider whether or not we can go. It was tough for me to go. It was very difficult. I even went on Game Time. Shout out to Game Time. You can see the link, the banner below. But Game Time, these tickets were about $300 for the cheapest one. And I went when a situation, the person that invited me, their person couldn't go, so they had an extra seat. They bought the tickets when the schedule was announced. And that was 5, 6, 7 months ago, or whatever it was, 5 months ago. And they paid probably a third of what the tickets were going for now. But we are traveling in droves now. We took over the stadium. And if I'm a Colts fan, anybody part of the organization, I am disgusted at the fact that we let that happen. And of course, how do you not let it happen? You're a good team. Like now, you can't get into Ford Field. And if you try to get into Ford Field, you're not going to get in for less than a couple $100, right? So it was the biggest show I've ever seen. I'm going to make a video on Lion Syndicate probably. I got so much stuff to do today, but I'll make a video on Lion Syndicate showing you the actual footage that I took of what it was like in Lucas Oil Stadium. But give me your thoughts in the comments below. Have you been to a road game this year? Do you plan on going to any road games? And let me know what your experience was like. the immaculate reception. I seen it on TV. Lions Syndicate is go. What's up? I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. It was crazy yesterday. It was one of the best kind of showings that I've seen in a very, very long time. But I wanted to talk about. We're going to talk about some things as well. I'm not going to say I owe this guy an apology, but he's definitely making me a believer. That's for sure. But I did want to say this. All right. I sent you the practice report. Okay. Okay. Give me 1 second, y'all. Sorry. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, man. Braylon, I don't got it yet, bro. I don't got it yet. And my phone is charged. I'm sorry, I had to take care of some business. Man, I hate the short week. They give no rest. Yeah. What's up, Larry? What's up, Patty? I went to Arizona game. Wow, was it like Ford Field? Yes, it was like Ford Field. It was like Ford Field. I had some business I had to attend to. So, Joey Galloway, what's up, bro? Says, has anyone realized since Philly beat the Rams yesterday, everyone is saying we barely beat the Colts and the Eagles are better? Joey, Joe, yeah, we're going to talk about that, bro. It's getting on my nerve. You know who's really grinding my gears? As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna take a segment from the old show Family Guy. It's been on like 25 years, bro. And it was a segment on there back a long time ago when Peter was on the news. And it was called Grinds My Gears. And we're gonna bring that segment to this show right here for this. We might make it permanent. But you know what grinds my gears? The media. Rich Eisen. He's getting on my nerve, but he's not the only one. He's not the only one. The Philadelphia Eagles, they wiped the floor with the LA Rams on Sunday Night Football in week 12, and now everybody is on, the Philadelphia Eagles are the best team in football. Okay, how about this? Now, yes, they didn't have Saquon Barkley last year, and he is a game changer, no doubt, okay? And that could be the difference in going to the Super Bowl. Like, he's playing that good, playing that well, okay? But let's not get it twisted. The Lions haven't lost a game since week 2. We are on a 9-game winning streak. The Philadelphia Eagles are on a 7-game winning streak, okay? But let's not forget that this is the same team, essentially, that fell apart at this time last season. Remember, this team was 10-1, if I'm not mistaken, and fell apart. Now we're hearing all this stuff, and it really, really bugs me that the Detroit Lions are nervous. They're not the Lions themselves, but the fans. All I'm hearing is between Rich Eisen, who up. He didn't want to put us in the first place until the Chiefs lost. They finally lost. Then he moves them up. He moves us up in his power rankings. Now it's beware of those Eagles. This is the same team that they got beat minus Saquon Barkley because he wasn't part of the team. So I guess it's essentially not the same team, but you get my point. This is the same dude that we was talking about firing the coach just about 2 months ago. The season ain't over. It's not over, okay? They're getting on my nerve. They're grinding my gears. The Detroit Lions, we still are doing it. Now, we are 3 years in the making. 3 years in the making of being a really, really bad team. 3 years ago, 3-13-1, 9-8, 12-5. We are literally, okay, 2 wins away from tying what we did last year. 3 wins away from literally being better every single year under Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. We have not lost in 2 months. We have been first in the power rankings for 5 weeks because we'll be first tomorrow. We also have been the number 1 seed for the last 4. And the Philadelphia Eagles are all of a sudden, first of all, let's go back. Remember, now the O-line isn't the same as it was with the Giants, but we have contained Saquon Barkley. We are top 5-ish against the run. He does not scare us, okay? Darius Slay, sure don't scare me. Only thing we need to, okay, we got Devontae Smith. We've got A.J. Brown. That's it. We got the tush push. I mean, come on, bro. I'm tired of, and this is why we exist. This is why Detroit Lions YouTube creators, regular people from the streets, meaning from the city of Detroit or from the ground level, we talk about our football team. Do they know what the city of Detroit is based off of? They just yap. They just yap. Detroit, we don't back down from anybody. We don't. Just because they start winning some games means what? They have not faced us. As a matter of fact, the last time they faced us was that 2022 season when we started 1-6. They ain't faced this version of the Detroit Lions. We were just running through everybody last week. And now the Philadelphia Eagles are mauling people. Are they? Not really. Do they have the number one offense in the league heading into week 12? No, they don't. They've got Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, and Devontae Smith. Oh, and a guy named C.J. Gardner-Johnson, right? That would be something. That would be something for C.J. Gardner-Johnson to come back into Ford Field and play the team he just left. That would be something. But it grinds my gears, man, that all of a sudden, I mean, it took us years to get this respect, and now they just want to take it away from us because another team who fell apart last season is playing well. They really are. They're playing well. But Saquon Barkley, you know how many yards from scrimmage he had yesterday? 302. 300. He had 2 runs of 70 yards or more. You take him away. How does that team look then? And that's with A.J. Brown. Their tight ends do absolutely. Come on, man. Anyway, grinding my gears, bro. It's almost like we want to give Detroit, but we so used to what they used to be. We want to give them some love, but they ready to take it. It's like your kid, man, trying to walk. They starting to learn how to walk, and you holding their hand, and you worried about them falling. We gonna be all right, bro. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of this, man. It grinds my gears. I might have to make that a segment. Let me see where we at. So Kiera says, it grinds my gears how these analysts keep calling the other teams gritty. All of a sudden, nobody was using the word grit. I'm glad you said that. I had hit and record, but that's funny though. It is funny. Nobody was saying the words, but you know what? Yeah, I heard it too. Everybody's saying it now. Grit. Oh, this team is gritty. No, man, we're gritty. We originated grit. It started in a D, bro. They killing me. We almost came back to beat them. I remember, back in 2022. It was a blowout, and then it wasn't. What's up, Denzel? Says, hello, Derek. I agree with all these talk about the Eagles balling is ridiculous. Only thing that scares me about the Eagles is their interior D-line and wide receivers, but everything else we match up very well. You know, man, I'm tired of using the word scared. Scared means you're afraid of, and I guarantee you ain't nobody on the Detroit Lions afraid of any other team. Goddard is good too. Yeah, he good. He good, but so are we. Eagles will fall off at the end like they do every season. Man, I'm hungover and it sucks. Blue, why are you hungover, bro? Saquon is carrying them. They put a lot on them. They do for sure. What makes me mad is they are discussing our defense and giving 6 points and saying our defense isn't that good. Yeah. Been watching the Lions since I was 10 to retire. Wait, soon to retire. Wow. Congratulations, man. Congratulations, my man. Eagles play Baltimore this week. Baltimore all day. Now, listen, speaking of that, on Lions Syndicate, which is the main channel, I will be doing, since the Lions don't play Sunday, I will be doing a live stream watch party. We're having 2. Somebody asked me in the comment section earlier, which game was I going to do? Well, I'm doing both. We'll be on at 1 o'clock. We have the Minnesota Vikings will face the Arizona Cardinals. Then at 4:25, we've got the Eagles and this guy right here.
He's the funniest guy who gets the job done. Likes and how-tos, random bits, so fun. Man, he's so crazy, better pick up the fun. Lamar Wilson.
If you know, you know. We got him on Sunday. So we'll be doing both of those games. And throughout the month of December, if the Lions do not play, if it doesn't interfere with the Lions, we will be doing watch parties to all the games that affect them. So it will be no AFC versus AFC team. So like if the Baltimore, well, they already play. Let's say I don't know, the Buffalo Bills play the Minnesota Vikings, if I'm just throwing it out there, we would do that game. We would stream it. So Chris says, okay, Chris, that's one. You want to try again, buddy? I got time. I don't take days off. That was only 10 seconds, man. It gets worse. So, Chris, I'm here. I can do this all day. I'm like Captain America. Oh, what's up, bro? Says, I'm actually looking forward to the Lions-Eagles matchup in the NFC title game. Let's see how Saquon matches up with Sonic and Knuckles. He's a dog, no doubt. But got nothing on Jameer and Monty. Absolutely. Now, you know what's crazy is what I do like at what's happening. I saw a graphic today. Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs went from, these are 3 running backs that were undervalued. And going into this season, we were talking about and hearing about how everybody was paying quarterbacks. As a matter of fact, we got to talk about one. I almost forgot, okay? And Saquon Barkley, Derrick Henry, and Josh Jacobs said, hold my beer. Josh Jacobs was at the beginning of last season, he was the leading rusher in the league. Derrick Henry, oh, he's washed. He can't play. He's 30. He said, hold my beer. I just lead the league in rushing, until we get to week 11. I don't know if it's the same. And Saquon said, oh, hold my beer. You going to pay who over me? Hold my beer, bro. It's about time that running, and I hope that they do, because it became an epidemic that running backs are undervalued. I guarantee you, here it is that the Detroit Lions paid David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Remember they were saying to us last season that Jahmyr was a reach and positional value? And now, do you know that Jahmyr Gibbs is 5th in rushing in the NFL? Did you know that? He's got more rushing yards than David Montgomery, and he only needs 200 and something to hit 1,000. And we got 6 games left. All right. So I'm glad that these guys are doing their thing. Arizona plays Minnesota, Miami versus Green Bay. Okay, so Jason, I don't have the Green Bay game. So I live in Detroit, just about. So they gave me 2 games. They gave me Minnesota, Arizona early, and then they gave me Baltimore, Philly late. So I can only do games that are in my area because I don't have Sunday ticket. Nate, what's up, big dog? What's up, big dog? Okay, I got some other good news as well. So there's a subscriber of mine who has some extra bobbleheads. Let me cut to the wide shot. I think the wide shot is on this. They got some extra bobbleheads. All right. Hold on. Get that out so you can see this guy right here. I went to FOCO, and the FOCO, which is where these came from, the whole website is out about there's 2 or 3 bobbleheads. They got even the Matthew Stafford one is out, which is like $30. They need to discontinue that thing. This is out. I'm glad I bought this, or I bought mine and Nate bought the giveaway one. So this is going to be, but see the bobbleheads up there? That's Hutch. This is Brad Holmes. Shout out to Nate. Without you, I wouldn't have had that. And this one is Calvin Johnson. This came for the Titans game. Jahmyr Gibbs was for the Rams game. I did not get that. David Montgomery, I didn't attend that game because I'm not a season ticket holder yet, but it's in the works. And he is going to give me a David Montgomery and a Jahmyr Gibbs. I'm going to put them right over there. They're going to probably be right here. So along this entire front of my desk is going to be as many bobbleheads as I can get my hands on from the stadium. But the good news is there are 2 things that I will have to give away. One is a Calvin Johnson bobblehead. He has an extra one. I asked him if I could keep it for a giveaway. He said yes, so it'll be a donation. And he also, I believe he's going to give me this as well, because maybe he has 2 or something like that. This, shout out to Nate again, because this came with the Brad Holmes. Oh, hold on, I got to switch back to the main camera. This came with the Brad Holmes bobblehead, not with it, but it was part of that whole set. Hold on. So this one is probably going to be given away as well. Not this one, because this was mine. All right. So I'm supposed to be picking those up after this stream here. So I'll tell you who it is once I get them. But we will be having a giveaway for that. I seen yesterday we had a good chance to have 2 1,000-yard rushers and 2 1,000-yard RBs for the first time in history. Yeah, Carlton Davis was a great pickup, and we got Arnold, and our safety tandem is insane. What's up, E? What's up, E? All right, we got to talk about it. I live in Tampa, and it's hard to find Detroit Lions. Hey, listen. I was going to say something, but it wouldn't really matter because you can order it from Fanatic. But if there is something that is exclusive to Detroit, okay, I'm about to tell y'all something, and it got to stay between me, you, and the internet, okay? There's an individual. I wish that I could mail you alcohol. I can't do that. I looked it up. I can't do that. I didn't even know that I can't mail an empty alcohol container. So allegedly, okay, I'm not saying I've done that, but I'm glad I know that I can't do that. All right. But if there's anything from Detroit that's exclusive to Detroit that you might want and you can't buy it, if you find it or you know where to get it from, I don't mind getting it for you and mailing it to you. You got to cover the cost of everything, but I have no problem mailing you something that's exclusive to here. So I will say this, okay? Between me, you, make sure there ain't nobody else listening, okay? Me, you, and the whole internet. I actually mailed a Crown Royal bag and a box. Somebody, this is a true story. I showed the Crown Royal that I bought it. And they were like, can you mail me that? I was like, no, I can't mail you that because I'm not allowed to mail alcohol or empty bottles. They said to me, well, I want the bag. I want the bag. Okay. and if you guys don't drink and stuff, I understand. But and I apologize. But they said I want the bag. I said, so wait. You're willing to pay $30. They live in California. They're willing to pay $30 for a bag. Are you sure? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay. So I went, I bought the bag. I bought a bottle. I kept the bottle, and I sent them the bag. And then he was like, well, can you send me the box? So thankfully, I was able to I stuffed the bag in the box, and I sent the bag in the box, and he paid for it. So this is fandom right here. $40 for a Crown Royal bag and box, but, don't tell nobody. What's up, Lions Live Wire? Says Charles Harris just got waived. Legitimately could see Brad picking him up. He's got 3 sacks. I say, oh, okay, Chris, that's number 2. That's number 2. So here's the deal, bruh. I told you I can do this all day. Here's the warnings. 5 minutes. Now you're going for 1 minute. All right. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 24 minutes, 24 hours, infinity. Okay. So you have burned 2 of your strikes. Keep it going, bruh, because I got time. Hey, Big Walt, it is nice, ain't it? It is nice. I got mine, but I was like, yo, are you sure? He was like, yeah. So I got, but here's the thing though. And it told me it was super cool, man, that you could put, you could, cause the bottle is normal. The bottle is just a normal bottle. It don't have lions on it or nothing like that, but the bag is special though. The bag is special. All right. Charles Harris, shout out to you. What's up, Lori? Can you mail me Laporta? Lori, I'm not sure what you mean. Chris asks, Caleb Williams is your QB. All right, so we got to talk about a couple more things, man. Somebody brought up a topic, and I wanted to make sure that I remembered it. All right, this one going to be fun. What's up, Kelly? You worried about injuries? Not really. Not really. Get rid of that. Oh, no. I want Laporta to be mailed. Oh, Laporta, the dude? The actual man Laporta? Lori, that's funny. She being, I didn't know that. The actual guy Laporta. Wow, okay. You got me sweating over here. That's crazy. All right, so check this out. Okay, I gotta go find that's funny. Lori, you made me chuckle there. Wow. All right, let me get this. I need to find this here. Where is it at? All right. Okay, we got to bring this in. This gonna be a real fun segment because I get to have immediate interaction. All right. So let's talk about it. Okay. So I'm sure you guys see me everywhere, and trust me, the set is gonna change. I'm actually working on a studio a real life studio, but I got to make it make sense, right? So if I can find some talent and all that stuff, but I'm saying that to say sometimes you might see what seems like repeat videos, but on this channel, we get to dive more into it. I get to have a candid conversation with you guys about that particular subject. And one of the things that I saw yesterday, driving to, or I should say Sunday, the 24th, driving to Indianapolis, is that the Detroit Lions allegedly, reportedly, supposedly is interested potentially in a guy that cleared waivers as of 2 hours ago from the making of this video. His name is Daniel Jones. That's right. Before you start clicking away in the comment section, this came from Jordan Schultz yesterday, says, there has been significant interest in former Giants QB Daniel Jones since his release once he clears waivers, which he has. It's been confirmed by Ian Rappaport. Expect the Ravens, Vikings, Lions, 49ers, and Dolphins to pursue him, not only for a chance to join a contending team, but also to develop in an offensive system where he can learn and grow. A decision could come as early as this week. Now, it has been official that Daniel Jones has cleared waivers. I saw it about 30 minutes ago. He said that he wanted to go to a contender. He was not going to be claimed because, of his contract. And if you claimed a guy off waivers, you were responsible for his contract, a la Odell Beckham in 2021 when we claimed Josh Reynolds. Josh Reynolds was being paid peanuts. Odell Beckham was being paid millions. We were not going to do that. The same thing was applied to Daniel Jones. And then Daniel said, you know what? I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of being a loser. I want to go to a contender. Why? You know what? I'm not mad at him. Who wants to go play and lose? Now you got, and I respect Daniel Jones. He's okay with being a backup. You know who not in the league right now and had the audacity to want to be a starter? Ryan Tannehill. And that's why your butt not in the league, bruh. Sometimes you got to humble yourself and start from the bottom. Now, Daniel Jones ain't taking over for Jared Goff. It's not a competition or nothing like that. But the Detroit Lions allegedly, supposedly, reportedly are going to pursue Danny Dimes. Why? Why is that? But Derek, we have Hendon Hooker. But Derek, we've got Jake Fromm from State Farm. If the Lions are on this list, what does that tell you? What does that mean, Keith? That means that, and let me know if you get the reference, that means that they don't trust who they have, meaning they don't trust Hendon Hooker to win a playoff game. They don't trust Jake Fromm to win a playoff game. Do you trust those guys, or would you take Daniel Jones? Let me paint the scenario for you. It is the divisional round, and I put this yesterday, but we'll use a different team. It's the divisional round of the 2024 playoffs. We're in the middle of February. And next thing you know, Jared Goff takes a sack. He's ruled out with a concussion, meaning he could play, he could clear concussion protocol and play in the NFC title game. But once you get a concussion and you're ruled out, not only you're out. There's nothing you can do to come back in. And now out comes who to face the Green Bay Packers? It's the middle of the second quarter. Lions are up 21-10. You got a guy that you got to choose to come in. Who you bringing in? You bringing in Daniel Jones, who's been part of the team for 7-8 weeks at the moment. You got Hendon Hooker, who is essentially in his rookie year. It's a good conversation. See, Jared Goff don't have to be ruled out for the season. It don't have to be a season-ending injury. It just got to be something he's out. Maybe it's a knee issue. Maybe it's something he'll be fine. But he's a little banged up, like David Montgomery was yesterday. He could have come back in, but he didn't. But Jared Goff would have to be ruled out, so it would have to be something that would have to sideline him for the day. Which one are you going to take? Is it going to be Hendon Hooker? Is it going to be Daniel Jones? Let me see what the comment section is saying. Darnold is a third backup or third string, but he is starting to have a breakout year. Jones could be an asset as a backup string. Maybe Ben Johnson will groom him for his QB if he leave. 85. That is a great, we saw it. Here it is that Bryce Young, who was literally drafted into a horrible situation, was benched in favor of a guy, then was brought back in and is playing pretty well. C.J. Stroud. I'm not comparing Daniel Jones to those two guys or C.J. Stroud, but C.J. Stroud, rookie phenomenal rookie season, falling off a cliff kind of. Now everybody like, well, what's wrong with CJ Stroud? Sometimes it's about coaching. Sometimes it's about coaching. We know one thing that the Detroit Lions is a family. They're a family. And the New York Giants is a dysfunctional organization. Think about this. They chose Daniel Jones over Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley wanted to be a New York Giant. Instead, is a Philadelphia Eagle, MVP candidate, destroying. They cut Daniel Jones, the same guy they prioritized over Saquon Barkley. The Detroit Lions are a family. We used to be dysfunctional. We're not anymore. We used to be a place where people go to either get paid or kill their careers. Now, you know what we are? We are rehabilitation. Jared Goff, to me, Daniel Jones reminds me of JG. Why do I say that? Jared Goff, since 2019 up until recently, he led the NFL in turnovers. Between fumbles and interceptions, he led the league in turnovers. He does not have that stat anymore. Daniel Jones is very similar. Turnover machine. But I'm not asking him to come in here and be a starter. I'm asking him to come in, and I believe that he gives us a better chance at winning than Hendon Hooker does. I don't know, man. I've been getting a lot of kind of feedback on Lion Syndicate about this, and for most of the comments are positive. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If we picked up Daniel Jones and beat the Eagles in the NFC, Brad Holmes is what? Man, Danny Dimes. If Goff goes down for a few games, Jones could win a game or two as a backup. Hooker, not sure. Okay, Laughing Man says, I'm taking DJ. I'm 90% sure the Eagles or Detroit are going to battle in the NFC title game. Okay, Denzel says, I love that idea. Here's the way I look at it. Daniel Jones is literally all reward, no risk. He's literally all reward, no risk. You're going to pay him I saw today about $375,000. That's what he's going to get paid. That's it. What's the risk? A roster spot? That's it. That's literally the only risk of that. Of who would you have to cut? Now you got to make a decision. Who you're cutting from the 53. Daniel Jones ain't going on nobody's practice squad, because if he does, the Raiders, they lost their quarterback for the season. They already got Aiden O'Connell that's on injured reserve. I don't know who playing over there. I know Max Crosby still over there. That's, but good for him. He wanted to stay loyal. I appreciate that. But this is all reward, no risk. It really is, because if Jared goes down, and I said this on Lion Syndicate, if he go down, it's a wrap. I literally thought about that about a week ago. I said, Lord, this season is going so good. It's going, we kicking butt. We all out of bubble gum. We talking about Super Bowl. And this is how the most valuable player, in my opinion, should be determined. If your team would not be the same without him, that's capable of MVP. If Jared Goff go down, it is a done deal. Our season we're still going to the playoffs because it's almost impossible for us to miss. But if he goes down, we might go from Super Bowl contention to maybe winning a playoff game. Maybe. So I got no issue with all reward, no risk Daniel Jones. He can learn under Ben Johnson. We would embrace him, make him feel like a family. You notice everybody says there is no dysfunction in our organization. It ain't none at all. Dan Campbell said during the press conference about celebrations, let these guys celebrate. Long as they don't cost us 15, they can do whatever they want to, right? We are a family environment. Daniel Jones has never had that. I feel like a daddy or something. Come on, boo-boo. But I'm just saying, right? I wouldn't be mad if the Lions signed Daniel Jones as a backup quarterback. And then they can decide what they're going to do. Jared Goff go down. Daniel Jones gives us a better chance to win. Let me know what you think. I can see Brad going into Ben's office like, do you think we can build him up? Hooker is not NFL ready. People get Daniel Jones for starting experience. Jared Goff was better than where Daniel Jones is currently at where Goff came to. Yeah, but look, Daniel Jones has never really been a starting quarterback. He's had starting caliber games, but he's never really been a starting quarterback. You know what I'm saying? We're not asking him to be that. We're not, and that's the beauty about this. We don't need a starting quarterback. We need a guy that can come in and win us a game if need be. And I'm gonna tell you what, Daniel Jones, he got some flashes, man, but he just need the right circumstances. I wouldn't be mad. Pride of Detroit is auctioning off Brian Branch autograph full-size helmet. Wow. Okay. Hey, answer. What is the cost? What is the cost of the like? What's the is it for a foundation, charity? But I'm glad you brought them up because we are going to be talking about something. All right. Okay. How long have we been on, bro? Man, where does the time go? Where does we've been on for 54 minutes? That's crazy. Hold on. Okay, I wanted to check my phone, make sure because I'm supposed to be meeting with the guy picking up the bobbleheads. I wonder if the Giants is going to use Kelly. They used them yesterday and they got blue. Okay, they got blew out. Malik Neighbors complaining. Brian Burns complaining. Not only did they bring up Brian Dable, they was like, "Yo, it wasn't Daniel Jones." Oh boy, we didn't even hear that with Matt Patricia. That's one thing. The Lions have never really been a vocal, like we haven't heard vocal stuff from the locker room. They all was talking yesterday. They was talking so much, I wouldn't be sure if Brian Dable don't get fired. Oh, here you go. I think I'm going to cue it up for you. Hold on. Oh, my God. There you go. Yep, he played yesterday, and they got blew back. They got absolutely destroyed. They're paying him like a starter, which is not. He's backup, and we can use him for cheap. Yeah. Okay, so we got one more segment, and then we'll wrap up the show, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. I just keep that to myself. All right. So the Detroit Lions had a great game yesterday, a great win yesterday. It wasn't the best game all around. I mean, I saw a lot of things, but it was funny watching it from Indianapolis. So the Colts have a beautiful stadium. You can see everything. It doesn't matter where you're sitting. You can literally see the whole field. And usually it's like that at the top, but you can see everything. It's some unique about Lucas Oil Stadium. I've been there. I like it, right? May go back for the NFL Combine. But what I saw yesterday was the Lions. They might give up in between the 20s, but they got the #1 red zone defense in the league, and I think we are tied for third in red zone efficiency. And there was a lot of plays that could have, a lot of penalties, a lot of big plays, big chunks, people dropping passes, but who cares, man? We won. So with that being said, here is a article that I saw from Pride of Detroit. This is coming from their website. Colts stock reports 8 risers and 2 fallers from Indy. I'm very curious to know what these are going to be. I have not seen this, so let's take a look. Stock up, Jack Campbell. He had 9 tackles and 2 passes defended. I agree. Jack Campbell, I saw him yesterday, and Danny was talking to him in the pregame presser, and dude is balling out of control. He is balling out of control. Don't forget, a lot of people was ready to call Jack Campbell a bust after year 1, and I mean, his lateral movement is not the best, but dude is everywhere. He is everywhere. If the ball is there, he's like a younger version to me of Alexander Zaloni. He's really, really coming into his own, so I agree with that. Number 2, a stock up, Zadarius Smith. He had 1 tackle and 2 QB hits. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. I got no issue with Zadarius. Zadarius is doing what we brought him in here to do, but he can't do it alone. So he has yet to get a full sack. I cannot wait for that to happen. But what I do know is whether or not he gets any help on the defensive line, Zadarius Smith is this team. I was there yesterday. He was hyping up the home crowd, who was Detroit Lions. It was like a home game, and this is when the stadium was full. So don't worry, Zadarius will get his. I can't wait till it happens. Stock down. We got our first stock down. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds. If you had to pick one Detroit Lion from yesterday's performance against the Indianapolis Colts for a stock down, who would it be? I'll give you this until this. Believe it or not, George isn't at home, so leave a message at the beep. Dun, dun. I must be out or I pick up the phone. Where could it be or who could it be? Believe it or not, it's who? Who is it? Kendall Vildor. That is correct. That was easy, wasn't it? Kendall Vildor, stock down. He was toasty yesterday. 3 tackles, but he came into the game and they literally were picking on him. They were picking on the brother. They just kept messing with him. He came in. You know how you get a rookie corner, comes in, and they just light him up, and they were going to him time. I was like, I'm all the way up at the top, right? I'm like, who is that getting toasted? What is happening? All right, when you're up high, it's hard to see. You almost got to look at the TV. But he was getting shake and bake Ricky Bobby. We gonna have to do something because now we see. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna bring up a name that might not be too bad, and I think he was throwing shade on his former team yesterday. You know it's bad if you gonna bring up Jerry Jacobs. I'm just saying. We know the brother in shape. I wouldn't be mad, bro. I literally said I would not be mad if we bring in anybody because at this point in the season we need bodies. And Jerry Jacobs, who is a pass interference machine, is better than Kendall Vildor. But remember, Kendall Vildor. Remember y'all was trying to last year with the NFC title game, and I hate to do this, man, because he's a human, but he's not a good football player. So Kendall Vildor. Stock up is going to be DJ Reader. Had 1 tackle for a loss, and 1 QB hit. DJ Reader has had a quiet season, 1 sack. He's doing exactly what he's brought in here to do, and I wish we had Hutch on this team because I think, like, Reader would open up things for Hutch. I think Hutch would open up things for DJ Reader, so I agree with that. So far, I agree with everybody on this list. Stock up. Ben Neiman. Ben Neiman been having a quiet, good season, man. 1 tackle. Special teams dude steps up when he needs to step up and playing very well. Another stock up. Jared Goff went 26 for 36, 269 yards, 2 rushes, 0 yards, and a fumble. It's 2 negative plays yesterday for Jared Goff. 1, I don't know if this was a timing issue, a miscommunication, but he threw it, would have been picked off, but Khalif Raymond somebody had to play defender and knocked it away from the actual defender for the Indianapolis Colts. That was a bad play, and Jared Goff, just go down, bruh. Just go down. Don't try to create a play once you're getting sacked that usually turns into a fumble. He tried to do something and it was a fumble. Thankfully, it was recovered by the offense, but Anthony Richardson he fumbled or did a intentional grounding or something like that. Okay, what was the second stock? Oh, I'm sorry. Ben Neiman was stocked down. That's my bad. So Ben Neiman, I think he's played well. I mean, Ben Neiman he played, that's just me. I think he played all right, but he was the other stock down. All right, let me see. Let's run through the quick hits. Again, this is coming from Pride of Detroit. Stock up. Malcolm Rodriguez, agree there. He's doing this thing. Malcolm Rodriguez really has failed to disappoint. He's playing much better than the 6th-round pick. Lauren Strickland is a stock up. I didn't even know he was in the game yesterday. That's crazy. And is he a cornerback or a safety? I thought he was a safety. Jahmyr Gibbs is a dog. There's no doubt about it. David Long Jr., I didn't even know he was in as well. That's one of the things you got to go back and kind of watch the game because you can't see nothing from the stadium. If you in a stadium, bro, it's so much to look at. It's hard to see. So those are my thoughts, man, or from coming from Pride of Detroit. I mean, Ben Neiman stock down. I mean, the dude is, I don't know about it. That's probably the only one I wouldn't agree with, but let me know what you think. Man, y'all, I knew Vildor was going to be easy. Amik Robinson is a dog. Goff and Laporta was off yesterday. Tim Patrick, yes. He's not even on there. He's not even on there, bro. Tim Patrick not even on there. As a matter of fact, you know what? How many segments we got? Let's do one more. I'm feeling frisky today. Let's do one more segment. Because what I do is these go up. They go up. I put maybe 1 or 2 out today, then I'll put the rest out tomorrow. But then we're back on. So then Wednesday probably will be a show and then videos that day, and then we're already on to the new week. And then we'll have Spike Kool-Aid on Friday, but then we'll be talking about week 13. It's crazy that the Detroit Lions have started week 13. All right. Bro, he definitely needs to get a touchdown for real. Aaron Glenn could have dropped the headset and suited up. He's still probably better than Vildor. Yeah, Vildor is bad. He's bad. He really is, man. And he's become like the new Jerry Jacobs. Like, they're picking on him. And Jerry was the same way. Jerry, one thing about Jerry, man, he got burned a lot, but to me, it was more pass interference than anything. Kendall was just bad. He just is bad, man. It was picking on him, and it was like big plays as well. All right, so here's the last segment. I have to publicly apologize to this guy because he was injury prone. He had come off 2 years of injury. But here's the thing. Injury prone to me is if you are injured for like non-season ending injuries. If you get, because a season ending injury is usually tough. So Emmanuel Mosley, I mean, some of y'all call him injury prone. I don't know if I'll call him injury prone, but if you just constantly nicked up and you're so nicked up, you can't go like over and over and over, you're just out and you're out for extended periods of time, but it's not season ending. Because sometimes, I mean, look what happened to Shedeur Sanders. He got hit low, could have ended his season, right? That doesn't make you injury prone. So the guy I'm talking about, you see him, Tim Patrick. I kind of made fun of the signing because that's what Brad Holmes likes to do. He likes to get players with a history of injury. And that's what I see. But they see potential. They see character. They see fit, right? And that's why I'm actually going to get a sign that's going to go beneath this TV and say, nah, you know what? I'm not going to spoil it because I want you to see it when I get it. But Tim Patrick has been a great addition for the Detroit Lions. I might have been wrong about Tim Patrick, but I was right about the Josh Reynolds replacement and how with him in the lineup, meaning the Josh Reynolds replacement, the offense would move better. And there's something that I've noticed about the Detroit Lions when Tim Patrick catches multiple balls. All right. So let's do this. Josh Reynolds played, I don't know, double-digit games, has 608 yards for the Detroit Lions. He also had a handful of touchdowns. I think it was 5. Tim Patrick, 19 yards, 19 receptions, 258 yards. Yes, he doesn't have a touchdown. I really thought they were going to try to give him yesterday. But look at this. This is very close to what Josh Reynolds was last year. As a matter of fact, I'll probably try to bring that up. But one thing that I noticed, if we look at his game log, when Tim Patrick, watch this, all right? When he catches multiple passes, we win. We win. And you can see 4-3-0. We won that game, but we have to get him involved. We won Green Bay, but we need to get him involved, okay? His yards per average is very similar to what Josh Reynolds was last year. So right now, he's averaging 13.6. Now, it's kind of an unfair advantage because it's only been 11 games, so it would be off. Josh's would be off, so I guess we won't really bring that in. But we need that intermediate guy. His long yesterday was 26. He might have had the longest reception of a receiver yesterday. Tim Patrick is the real deal. When we have a Denver Broncos syndicate, and when he was cut, they were surprised. He was surprised. The host over there was super surprised and even wished he could have got him back. But they didn't prioritize him. And he signed with the Detroit Lions with the assurance that he would be able to be a starter. And the Lions moved him up a few weeks after he got here. And he's been an asset for us. Not injured. He hasn't missed a game because of injury. And he's definitely proved me wrong. So this might change my outlook on injured players, especially coming off 2 season-ending injuries. But it's just a thing. Marcus Davenport, unfortunately, goes under that category, but his injury wasn't his fault. So maybe I'll look differently this year coming up in free agency. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Tim Patrick, I'm glad he's part of the team. Hey, I almost said that, Jason, but I don't want to start the pause narrative. Los Angeles with the dono says hopefully injuries don't pile up. I hope so. 10, that's who he was tweeting about? No way, bro. Okay, hold on. Let me find this. Hey, listen, 10. I'm gonna need your skincare routine, bro. Cause you know, cause I'm gonna tell you, bro. I thought you was younger than you are. I don't really know your age, but I see based on your body of work, bro. You got some life to you, right? I thought you was young than a mug. So I'm like, yo, I need to get on the Samuel L. Jackson regimen, bro. Let me find him. I saw him tweeting yesterday, and I'm like, is he talking about somebody? Jerry Jacobs. Let's see. Okay, where is he at? Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. All right, that's the video. I see it. I see it. He was talking about Vildor. Wait, was he? Wait a minute. That's from this. Okay, wait. So you saying he was tweeting during the game? Is that what you were saying? Okay, so wait a minute. Okay, so Hatters, that is from today. Every Sunday I'm trying to realize how half these folks got a job over me. And that was from this morning. Did he do something yesterday? Okay, I see the second tweet. That's not a shot at nobody. I just know I'm supposed to be out there on that field every Sunday. Okay, so he wasn't tweeting yesterday. He hasn't tweeted in almost 2 weeks, but he tweeted yesterday. Huh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, H. Usually that's like when you say, I don't mean no disrespect, but then you say something disrespectful. So I could, let's put it like this. I wouldn't say he was only talking about Jerry, but I'm sorry, Kendall, but he definitely was. And you got his old team because Jerry Jacobs is only, who else has he played for? Los Angeles with the donut. Appreciate you, my man. Says also, Derek, why can I donate here but not on your main channel? It's not a big deal. I was just wondering. First of all, bro, do you comment? Do I see your comments? Because you don't look familiar. You don't look familiar. No, Monkey. So Brad basically said Dan said they won't know more until tomorrow and Wednesday, but Khalif is probably not going to play. It seems like it's worse than a couple of weeks. I know they were showing the injury on Twitter. I didn't want to see it. So, but I heard it looks bad. But because he's having multiple MRIs, I think. Yeah. So here's the deal. What's up, Dern? I cannot. Braylon is not blocked. Los Angeles, you're not blocked either. But some of y'all, I can't see y'all comments, so I don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. Braylon, I haven't seen his comments in months, bro. So no, I don't know. I don't know, Los Angeles. I don't know, man. Go over to the main channel and comment and see. You know what, man? I think I can see you, Jenkins. I think. But I get so many comments over there, man. It's tough. But anyway, y'all, listen. That's going to do it for today. Whew, it's a lot of stuff to cover. This is going to be a real quick week. Tomorrow's power rankings. Okay, so I got a question. Lions played Thursday. I don't remember paying attention last Thanksgiving. But do we get do we just get everything Wednesday? Do we get the injury designation? Do we get the roster moves? Do we get is that just all Wednesday, or do we get like roster moves tomorrow, injury designation? Because usually it would go injury designations Friday, roster moves Saturday, blah, blah, like for the game. But it's just all of this stuff in this little week. So I don't know. I have no idea. I'm loading every 5 to 10 seconds. You know what, man? I've seen that when people are live, it stutters a lot. I have no idea. What's up, Trent? Crazy how I used to be able to read every comment. Now he's a bit and misses some comments. Yeah, listen, I get a lot of comments, man. And so I'm gonna keep it a buck. I do prioritize members to respond. But I will try to read your comment, but it's not like I dissect the comment every time. So, but if I don't know how long I'm gonna be able to read comments, to be honest with you. I really love to read comments, and I like to focus on the negative one so I can clap back because I'm just that type of person. But it's becoming extremely difficult to respond. You probably everything comes out on early Wednesday. Derek, I made a favorites YouTuber thing on my Instagram and put you on. Hey, that's what's up, bro. I appreciate that. I appreciate it, man, for real. But anyway, I will be at home Thursday. I don't think I'm going to the game. And I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if I've decided if I'm going to go to this particular game. I don't want to say it just yet because I'm trying to hold out hope. But I'm trying to focus on the playoffs because I want to be part of that. Yeah, so anyway, listen, appreciate y'all for supporting the show. giveaways are coming, man. The 26,000 giveaway for Lion Syndicate will also, it'll probably be next week. I think I'm going to do it next week. I think I'm going to do it next week because of Thanksgiving and the quick turnaround. So we'll probably do it next week. I want to get these secured and stuff like that, and then we'll go from there. But I will see you guys on Lion Syndicate, and I'll see you in the meantime Wednesday. All right? So have a great Monday. If you went to work today or whatever, I hope you had a good day at work. I'll see you then.
Hello, hello, good morning. Horns is blowing, and I'm pissing off the neighbors. Whether homegrown or imported, we feeling shorted, cause we waiting on our paper. So next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah, you don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the motor city, nothing is as pretty as the hustle. You don't know about the D, you don't know about the streets. Cause when you're in the motor city, everything ain't pretty, but it's love though. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, where we get back on our feet. Next time, when they ask you where you from, you gon' say Detroit City, when we get back on our feet. Yeah.